So when a bunch of my friends found out that I am returning to Hong Kong today, um, they were really interested in seeing a vlog because it is currently a 14-day home quarantine. No one's on the plane, at least there's minimum flights. I am flying on a day that there's only 2 flights out of the US to Hong Kong, and they're for the whole week, and they're both from LA. Luckily, I was in LA, not in New York, or else I would have to transit, and that would be just too much work, and I would probably have to stay. And everyone's wiping things down, they're giving out masks. Had to take my temperature before getting on the flight, or else I would be denied boarding. And so yeah, if you guys want to see what it is like going at the airport, I'm actually wearing double layers of pants, and I'm taking this hoodie off when I get to the airport in Hong Kong. And I am getting quarantined at home in my room, so I will also be vlogging about that. Yeah, it's just really funny how everyone's really interested in seeing how I'm dealing with this and just checking out how life is while you're in quarantine but having to travel as well. I was actually supposed to stay in LA for my brother's graduation, which got cancelled, and so I was in LA for an interview which went virtual anyways, but I already had a ticket to LA, and so I just went to LA right when it started to get crazy in New York. I just quit my work in New York because I was planning on doing that anyways, and I was in LA for a bit for the interview, and then now I'm going home because there's no point in staying, and you never know how long borders are gonna get closed, or if flights are gonna get less and less, fewer and fewer, chances of getting home would be less. And yeah, it just feels like home is a better place to stay in than in LA. So another thing is that they also took our temperature right before we boarded, and if you refuse to do that, you're not allowed to board, and they're gonna reschedule your flight. And I think the Hong Kong government also provided surgical masks, 2 per passenger, and they're free to take. I didn't take any because I had a lot myself already, but I think that was pretty well planned on their part to ensure that at least catch the people that have maybe symptoms before they board the flight, which you shouldn't be flying if you're sick anyways. Airport to home is gonna be a long journey, because I will have to do the bracelet, the quarantine bracelet, and then I have to fill out a bunch of forms to give to the Department of Health and to give to Customs Immigration, and then gotta be transferred to a nearby exhibition center to get my saliva swabbed so they can test me. Stay tuned for whatever footage I can get going through the airport, going through getting my saliva swabbed, and then finally getting off in the car and going home. So let's have fun. Right when I got off the plane, I went through a bunch of document checks, had the GPS wristband on me, and then went to baggage claim, where I finally went to the bathroom and took off my hoodie and my pants. And then with my luggage, they shuttled me to Asia World Expo to give my sample for testing, and back then we didn't have to wait for the samples to come out, so that was a pretty smooth process. Then I got released pretty quickly. My dad was there to pick me up, and he sprayed down all my suitcases, and then I just went home in my dad's car. Finally back home. So basically I wasn't able to document what went through with the sample collection because it was no photos and no photography, which I respect. It felt like when I went to concerts there before, like all the metal barricades were up for lining up, and then you get through like a lot of different people. It was so much like labor work. and they tell you to like clean your hands and get your information, give you the specimen bag and the bottle and tell you what to do. You watch a video about what to do, and then you go to the next place, which is like a bunch of different cubicles, and they assign you to a cubicle, and then there's also instructions on the wall of the cubicle, and then you just give your sample, put it in the bag, clean your hands like 5 million times, and then give the sample to them, and then after that you're released. And yeah, and then my dad picked me up from the World Expo Center and then went straight home, and I went straight to shower, cleaned all my suitcases, everything, and just went straight to shower. Yeah, I'm being quarantined in my room because we do live with my grandmother, so it's gonna be fun trying to avoid her. I can see the kitchen from here, so I can say hi to my parents through the kitchen, but then yeah, they're just gonna deliver my meals and I am confined in my room, which is kind of good. I'm just gonna do a lot of puzzles and cleaning up. But yeah, so that is quarantine life and the life of traveling home despite the quarantine order. It actually didn't take long at all. I landed at 5:30 and it's currently 8, and I already took a shower as well. So I guess it's because like there weren't a lot of people. It was just our one flight, and the baggage claim was completely empty. The flight wasn't even full. I guess it was about half capacity. And so I didn't have to wait at all at any point, at any checkpoint. So my mom just delivered me this, a toast that bread that my dad made from scratch with the bread maker, tea, because I like my tea. I don't know, this is extra milk and some water. I also have an energy bar that I bought from the airport because I didn't eat at all since leaving my brother's apartment. I had dinner and then I didn't eat on the plane. I only bought water at the airport and didn't even drink a lot of that, maybe 2 sips. And then I haven't eaten since then, and I didn't go to the bathroom for the whole like 14-hour flight. Took some Benadryl and just slept. Many people were worried about me being bored to death at home, so I'm gonna show you what I do on a daily basis while I was in quarantine, and kind of a typical day for me, which consists mostly of exercising, building puzzles, and eating, watching K-drama, and it was actually not that bad. I start the day off at around 7 a.m. I was still jet lagged, so it was good to start the day off early anyways to get more done. And I just wear a mask and go to the bathroom so I can brush my teeth and wash my face. And I also picked up this habit of doing morning yoga. I just felt like it really wakes up my body. I'm confined in a small space for a really long time, so it's good to be active and start the day active, stretching out. Around 8 a.m. I get breakfast delivered to my door again, and depending on the day, whatever they give me. So today we have a Mexico bun and an egg tart, milk tea as always, and a cup of water. I typically enjoy my meals with some K-drama or whatever YouTube videos that I'm watching that day. It's just something to do when no one's talking to me while I'm eating. After eating, I start on puzzle making and model building. If you follow me on Instagram, you have probably seen me document this process in real time. This is a model of the bathhouse from Spirited Away that my dad bought 2 years ago, and I finally had the chance of starting it. It took me about 8 days to do, and you can find the entire process in a time lapse on my Instagram TV. Around noon, I get fed lunch. It's typically soup noodles or dry noodles with veggies and fish balls or whatever meat. And again, I like to watch TV while I'm eating. After lunch, I either start on model building again or I read a book. Quarantine time is my perfect time of actually picking up books to read for leisure. I just finished Norwegian Wood and also Normal People, and I'm on to some medical nonfictions. If you have any book recommendations, I would love them in the comments below. Around 4 to 5, I start my workout. A lot of you who follow me on Instagram know that I have been doing the Chloe Ting 35-day summer shred challenge. So I'm still doing that in my limited space, and you just gotta make do. And after that, I always do a lot of stretching to release some tension, my hips, my muscles, everywhere. And stretching is really important to me, rolling out my quads as well. Hey, I just finished my workout for today. I did a HIIT, I did a ab workout, an arm workout, and a leg workout. It's like one of the most full body days from the challenge, and it's day 29. So I just wanted to show you guys the amount of sweat that happens in these workouts, especially in this humidity in Hong Kong. It's at least 70% every day, and I only have 2 windows. I didn't want to put the AC on. It's like working out in a sauna. And look at my hair from all this sweat. It picked up from my back, and my sweat is dripping from my chin, from my waist to my mat when I'm on a plank or anything that I do in a plank position. So yeah, and my skin is not that great right now, but I still wanted to show you guys. And hair is all over me because I'm so sticky. But yeah, this is what I do every single day while I'm in quarantine, around 4 p.m. So then I finish around 5:30, 6, depending on when I started that day and how much I was doing that day for my workout. And then I'm gonna go shower and wait for dinner to be served. So I just wanted to show you guys what I do every single time I go to the bathroom. So the bathroom is this door. My room is this door. There's a corridor, and my grandmother's room is right opposite of mine, and my parents' room are at the end of the really short corridor. So every time I need to go to the bathroom, I need to wear a mask so that I'm always masked in the little bit of common area that I walk through from my room to the bathroom. And so this is what I do every single time that I need to go wash my hands, go to the bathroom, go shower. Never share a bathroom, that's close contact. And with my key, I'm gonna go head to shower. Don't lose yourself. Simba! Today's meal consists of fish, beef, scrambled eggs and shrimp, and some veggies. She's bound to be alone. Maybe she's bound to hold herself together. After dinner, I usually again start on my puzzles, but also say hi to my cats who are always hanging out outside my door because I have the AC on and they feel the cool air from the crack of my door. Simba! Eat! Around 11 or midnight, because I'm still jet lagged, I get ready for bed, brush my teeth, wash my face, do some skincare, and also I take my temperature every morning and night. And that concludes a typical day of my quarantine. Hey guys, so this is my last day of quarantine. Actually, the last 4 minutes, I was told that I can take this off at 23:59, and it's 23:56 now. A lot of people were asking about what this looks like. So basically, this is just a GPS tracker that they put on me. earlier on, and it looks like a huge bulky watch. It's bigger than an Apple Watch, and I just covered my QR code because that's like private information. And they told me that for mine, I don't have to recycle it. I can just cut it off, take it off however I can, and just throw it out and delete the app as well. So I am anxiously waiting for 23:59. My dad is gonna take it off for me, so I have enough hands to film. But I'm gonna still wear this around the house for a few more days just in case. I'm one of those outliers, and because my parents work in healthcare as well, we super safe. So yeah, just gonna go out to my living room for the first time in 14 days, and we'll cut this thing off. 你喺呢度剪咪得。
OK，
等緊佢。
對住個屏。
哦，12點啊！
好嘢！
啊，
你拍咯喎，擺個啲。好嘢！而家。好嘢！
Yay! My dad actually prepared a cheesecake and wine to celebrate me out of quarantine. And now I can finally play with my cats without worrying and touch them however I want. Also, today is actually my birthday. It's the day of my release from quarantine. So it's the first day that I'm wearing makeup for almost a whole month, I think, or more than that. And actually getting ready to go out and have a good dinner just with my parents on my birthday. And then I'm gonna go back into my den and stay in my room for another couple of days just in case I'm one of those outliers where I get sick on the 16th, 17th day, which I don't think I will, but just in case I'm not seeing any friends and I'm gonna just stay home for the next, for the weekend. So yeah, just had a good dinner outside with my parents, and that's all I have to say about my quarantine life. It was actually not that bad when I had puzzles and stuff to keep me company, and lots of dramas, lots of books, lots of love from a lot of my friends who have been keeping me company. So I'm grateful for all of them, and yeah. Also, we're all in this together everywhere around the world, so stay safe and stay happy.